Have you ever read a book that felt like you're reading in your brain? Transcend, AI and the Future of Humanity, Davos Special Edition from Sir Professor Dr. Gabriele Pao-Pei Andreoli will help you doing that. We just talked about AI, and now we will talk a little bit further because this book don't give flashy answers, but it give you some lessons to light your path. And let me start into that. Reading Transcend feels like standing at the edge of a new world, with one foot in the known and the other stepping into a future shaped by artificial intelligence, ethics, and human evolution. In an era of fast-paced innovation and existential questioning, this book doesn't just offer answers, it inspires reflection. It is as much philosophical compass as it is technological roadmap. Prepare to be challenged, stirred, and ultimately uplifted. Transcend. This dives into one of the most critical discussions of our time, the role AI plays in shaping not only economies, but the very fabric of human consciousness and society. Like many books that thread and treat AI as a purely technical phenomenon, this edition weaves together science, philosophy, ethics, and geopolitics, offering a multidimensional view of what it means to be human in the age of intelligent machines. It's not a manual, it is a manifesto for mindful innovation. So Professor Dr. Gabriele Pao-Pei Andreoli is not your average author. He's a globally recognized futurist advisor to governments and institutions, a medical and an interdisciplinary thinker with deep roots in both science and humanism, and an artist. With experience spanning diplomacy, research, and leadership, his voice in Transcend carries the rare authority of someone who not only studies the future, but actively shapes it. His work is a call to leaders, thinkers, and citizens to engage with AI consciously and courageously. I have 5 powerful tips from the book for you. First, cultivate digital literacy. Understanding AI isn't just for tech experts, it's a new form of literacy essential for all. Stay ethically anchored. Every technological advance must be guided by ethical reflection and human values. Promote human AI collaboration. The future isn't man versus machine, it's about designing synergy between the two. Build resilience through education. Lifelong learning is key to thriving in a world of constant technological evolution. And last but not five, lies number 5, empower global dialogue. AI is a global phenomenon. Only collective wisdom can shape its responsible future. So I would like to give you 5 quotes that can stay with you. AI is not the future. It is the mirror we hold to our present. Technology must serve humanity, not replace it. In every algorithm lies a human intention. Our task is to make that intention conscious. The true revolution begins not in the machine, but in our mindset. And wisdom is the operating system the future demands. So if you are a leader, educator, innovator, policymaker, or simply a curious human, Transcend is essential reading. It offers not only insight into AI's capabilities, but also reminds us of our own. At a time when we risk losing ourselves in the race for progress, this book brings us back to the why. It urges us to build a future not just with intelligence, but with intention. Read it to stay informed. Read it to stay human. It is more than a book. It's an invitation to co-create the future with wisdom, wonder, and deep responsibility. And I would like to read a little bit about it. So I will start in the beginning with a bit. This book delves into artificial intelligence, offering a reflection on our times, our values, and the sense of human existence, all while respecting the broader arc of evolution and addressing the profound opportunities and challenges AI presents. Along this journey, countless synchronicities have merged, too many to dismiss as mere coincidence, yet insufficient to claim a deterministic narrative. These moments have reminded me not to succumb to easy criticism, discouragement, or the setbacks posed by skeptics and adversaries. The discourse surrounding AI is fast and varied. Some voices predict apocalyptic scenarios, while others weave intricate conspiracy theories or rapid and fantastic ages of superhuman in abundance. I neither dismiss or nor dismiss these extremes. The reality I see it is far more nuanced and complex. My study of adapted systems and dynamic flows compels me to approach the subject with rigor, focusing on grounded, evidence-based insights while avoiding sensationalism and improbable speculations. What lies ahead is not just a story of technology. It is a human story, a dynamic, unfolding adventure that challenges each of us to confront the unknown. This is not a challenge that divides us, but one that unites us. At the heart of this journey is humanity itself, with all our fears, uncertainties, and capacity for free will. It is we, as individuals and as a collective, who must rise to the occasion, taking responsibility for shaping the future while transcending self-interest to function as one. A quote from His Eminence Cardinal Parolin often reverberated in my mind, surfacing with the persistence of human circle of thinking. Only if man is capable of understanding himself and a horizon of transcendence will a better future for humanity be achieved. Remarkably, when I named the project Transcend, which focuses on the development of AI and the creation of responsive 3D holographic historical figures capable of profiling people and helping them psychologically, I had not yet encountered this quote. What it a sign or a sheer coincidence? Had I read it and simply forgotten about it? Or was it the interconnectedness of the universe at play, bringing this profound insight to the forefront of my mind? The human element in me plays an immeasurable role, constantly questioning whether these moments are serendipitous or synchronicities. This leads me to ponder how such a phenomenon would manifest in an artificial mind, one that may lack the subtlety of subconscious and perspective, or one that might evolve to be capable of such nuanced understanding. Transcend, it is also the name that was chosen to the research and development project born in a remarkable setting, the Pontifical Academy of Sciences in Vatican City, during the first edition of the event I founded, the World Changers Summit. And now I will go to the end of the book to read a bit. Stopping the Unstoppable. It took a long time for everyone to take a deep breath after we got past the nightmare of COVID-19. It felt like a near miss, the closest most of us had come to that feeling in your gut that tomorrow was no longer guaranteed. The unpleasant sensation that maybe things weren't really going to be all right in the end, and the carefully crafted life you created might not be there in a month or two. The truth of the matter is that if it hadn't been for the power of AI, there would have been thousands, if not millions, more deaths in 2020, when the global pandemic known as COVID-19 came crashing to Earth from a seafood market in China. Prior to 2020, the fastest that a new vaccine had ever been cured first was 4 years during the 1960s. 4 years? COVID infected more than 2 million in the US alone in the first 4 months. This was a totally different animal than we had never seen before, killing seniors in record numbers, shutting down academies for long stretches of time, and disrupting the global supply chain. It crushed industry like tourism and transportation in the blowback. Even with teams from major pharmaceutical brands throughout the Western world working as one, there was no guarantee how long it would take. Enter AI. Moderna was the first to embrace it, and those to the first to present a COVID vaccine. During a podcast with MIT Sloan Management Review, Moderna Chief Data and AI Officer Dave Johnson, who was in charge of building, deploying, and putting an AI model into production for the task, spoke to how it came together. The infrastructure that we had put in place, where we didn't build algorithms specifically for COVID. Plan was always to make a whole platform around mRNA, because all you do is change the information encoded in the molecule and you have a completely different drug. With AI, massive power of sequencing and finding patterns, Moderna was able to take just 42 days from getting the virus sequence from the Chinese government to finding the protein it wanted to target and what mutations it wanted to use. Johnson said the engine to build this sort of AI capacity took 10 years to build. After just 6 weeks, Moderna was picked 100 places in the US to run the study with volunteers, then put the AI to work again to supply real-time analytics, then monitored subjects' age, gender, and racial diversity as they were given the vaccine to further assess how they were responding to it, what side effects were happening, and what they could do better. That's why the most powerful pharmaceutical companies on the planet turn to their most potent weapon, machine learning. By successfully training artificial neural networks on very specific cellular processes like binding patterns, protein sequences, and the characteristics of virus species, scientists use ML to begin narrowing down candidates for COVID vaccines, greatly accelerating the timeline of finding and creating a vaccine. It was not just a vaccine that AI was turned loose, however. With millions upon millions of data points from all over the globe, researchers were able to trace the origins of the virus, more accurately monitor the health of patients, and predict mortality levels, find patterns in diagnosis of patients, along with how the disease traveled from one country to the other country, and how existing drugs could be repurposed to help fight the spread of COVID. For over 3 decades, my interdisciplinary research spanning biology, neuroscience, regenerative medicine, communication, cybersecurity, encryption, blockchain, AI, diplomacy, international law, and smart power culminated in the ethical social concept known transcend. With the Institute for Advanced Studies and cooperation, along with our esteemed partners, we embark on a mission to unlock the potential of AI and emerging technologies. This mission aimed to propel global knowledge sharing, ethical development, and culture enrichment to unprecedented heights. By merging science, history, and philosophy, Transcend champions the principles of equality, peace, innovation, inclusion, ethics, sustainability, and overall human flourishing through the development of innovative holographic avatars and a robust digital platform. The project epitomized what AI could accomplish, bringing together the best of humanity in a format that anyone could access at any time to share and seek knowledge, guidance, information, advice, and even emotional and mental support. This project sought to foster a global ethical consciousness and demonstrate how science could serve as a bridge of peace across diverse cultures and societies. Blending science, knowledge, and faith might have seemed like a dangerous concoction, but I believed it could be achieved ethically and productively. By so doing, we aim to bring historical figures to digital life through interactive, life-sized holographic avatars. Powered by advanced AI, these avatars were exact replicas of selected personalities from various cultures, philosophies, and civilizations. The ability to profile individuals and engage in meaningful, intelligent interactions served the greater good of humanity. By harnessing AI to preserve and interact with the wisdom of the past, this project generated insights, fostered collaboration, and created tools that could guide research, inform policy, and support governments in making ethical and forward-thinking decisions. The research and development project of the Transcend platform began with a simple idea of collecting data that would ideally lead to the creation of responsive 3D avatars, representing all religions, peoples, and cultures of the planet, capable of interacting with each other and eventually merging their knowledge by evolving. First part focused on detecting opinions, feelings, understanding, and perception, the state of the art of AI. So we can hear a little bit more of that, and it's all super interesting. And imagine if you talk with Mother Teresa about her ideas on AI by being for herself AI. This might be interesting and challenging. And we have to face that we have to beware humanity and each what we do, what we talk with our Stefan today. And we see that there's a lot to do and it's a lot we can work on. And I'm looking forward to having you next week also again here in the show. I hope you took a lot of with you, and I hope that you have a great week and that you shine, and that you have in mind that it's always important to listen, not only to talk, but the feedback is important because it's all about being together and connecting the dots. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving us your ears. And thank you for talking about this because it means a lot to us. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And looking forward to seeing you again next week.